Hey, welcome back. My name is Kendrick Henry, and I love moringa trees. This is one of our beautiful moringa trees that survived the frost that we recently had here in Tampa, Florida. Now that she's getting all bushed out and the greens are coming back for this new season, we want to make sure that we can utilize some of these greens for our most recent orders, but also we can train and trim this moringa tree back to a structural base so that way she gets even bigger this coming summer. She'll be a lot safer and more prepared for the summer rains and winds that we're going to have this season. So stick with me here for the next few minutes while I share with you exactly how to trim your tree back after a frost. When she gets all bushy like this, you'll want to start from grabbing any of these greens in the center to help open up the middle and help to reduce the amount of crowding so that way the main leaders that are already starting to show become even bigger in time. And then we're also going to pop the tops to help create more splits, to help create even more of a harvest in the next 2 to 3 months. So thanks a lot for watching. I'm Kendrick. And you can find us on YouTube at Grow Moringa, or Instagram, We Grow Moringa, or TikTok, We Grow Moringa. And give me a call if you need my help. My number is 813-696-6676. Let's jump right in. Got my bin here. We're going to start by going in the middle. We're going to start just grabbing any of these greens out of the center here, like this. This is going to help open her up so that way we can get the light in here and help to reduce any yellowing or crowding that's going to happen. There's already going to be a lot of loss in here. There's no light coming into the middle. So these greens, before they get lost in yellow, we're going to harvest them and use them. So first, we're just going to pull out anything that's coming in the middle. This is going to help us to see anything here. That way, he doesn't lose anything else necessary. You can see here, we're getting lots of fresh greens here. We're just grabbing anything that's going towards the middle and anything that's crowding any branches. I really only want to keep like one or two main branches that are coming off of each stem. So first, I'll focus on anything that's just really crowding and coming into the middle. Anything that's in the middle, we want to remove. Now, I cut this tree back in November. She was huge. She was already 20 feet tall. She had lots and lots of tall sticks. But I knew coming into November, December, January, February, now here we are, early March, that there was going to be a frost. But now that we're coming to the back end of the winter season, we can trim and save anything from this moment. Thankfully, she's in a full sun area. And the reason why that's really important to know and to note here is because the trees at my property, they all froze back just 15, 20 minutes north of this property here in Tampa. So you can see here, one of the strategies that I'm going to enact here is I'm going to pull any of these lowers off and I'm going to pop the top. We're going to pull any of this lowers off, anything that's just kind of crowding low, and we're really going to structure this tree and then pop the top. This is going to help really push this tree back out here and pop the top. But we can even leave a few leaves here as we restructure the tree and we go through and we remove any any pieces that are in the middle. One of the things that I'll even do here is grab my saw and may even remove any other pieces that are really crowding this tree in the middle here to really show you how to thin this tree out properly to make sure that there's no pieces that are coming in the middle. I might remove this big piece right here completely. And this piece here that's coming in the middle completely, because there's a lot of really nice pieces that are coming out off the side and the back. So let's just go through here together. You know, tell a little bit about my journey, how I started here at this property. The owner of this property actually met up with me early on in his journey about 4 years ago. He said that he had just purchased a property and was going to start growing moringa. And so he came by and he bought a couple hundred seeds. And then he sprouted those trees into what you see here today. Beautiful. See, that's the start of our thinning. That really helps to bring some clarity and openness. Let's go ahead and move to the other side, and I will also bring my saw over here to help trim out this middle piece so you can actually see what we want to do here as I thin this piece out. There's a beautiful big mama out here in the field. We got lots and lots of trees out here. We're harvesting lots of moringa trees, just getting the season going. So let's thin out this baby here to remove anything from the middle. Let's handle some of these pieces, these big pieces here that are just coming into the middle of this tree here real quick so you can see some of the most important things that you can do is just clean out the center. This tree is going to run wild and they're going to get big. And one of the things that we want to continue to do as these trees get bigger and bigger out here in the field is to just keep track of all these big pieces that are coming into the middle here. Just open her up, continue to open her up, lighten her up a little bit, continue to widen her out. So that way we could potentially get into the center of this tree and get into the second and third tiers. We don't necessarily need to keep every single piece like this that's coming close into this. We can design this tree because this has a piece here, this has a piece here. There's a piece coming off of here, 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 here can come out this way. Now this has two. Technically, I would want to actually bring this piece back. But I do kind of like how this is coming like this. What I might do is just bring that back here, then that out. We can always come back and thin out even more. We'll just pop this top at least. We can always come back and at a later date, clean any pieces out that we need to. See how bushy this is here? Can just come into the middle. We can remove some of these pieces that are just coming into the middle like this. Continue to clean pieces out that are just coming into the middle like this. Continue to clean this tree up. That way she's not as messy with a lot less opportunities for irresponsible splitting, like this piece here. Here, it doesn't need to be here. This is a real good cleanup of this tree now. That way it's preventing any kind of messy conditions. Let's go ahead and bring it to the other side so you can see what we're doing over here. All right, now we're back on the south side of this tree. There's some big pieces here in the middle that are coming off of this branch that are just kind of crowding. Boom, boom. I'll just set those here for now. These are all coming into the middle here. We just strategically want to keep, one or two main serious pieces. Them off right now. We're doing about 6 to 8 inches off of these right now as the season is really just getting started. Later in the season, we have a different method. Every time of year, there's a different method for harvesting. We're doing something different throughout the year. We're not always trimming the trees exactly the same way. So what we want to do here is take off anything that's kind of coming down like that. Anything that's kind of coming in the middle like this. These are crowding. I'm actually going to remove this whole vertical piece here, remove these, and I'll probably just keep this one's nice. This one's below this one. So we're going to remove that one. Thin those out. Pop that top. I'm actually going to remove this whole piece here. Just to keep pushing this baby out further and away from the center. Like that. Now she has a nice solid single piece. All these pieces from below are coming off. This reduction of sprouting is really going to help her come back even stronger. Popping tops. We have a few more pieces here. Crowding. Multiple clusters, taking off multiple clusters. Getting all the lowers off. Removing any clusters, lowers. And then popping tops. And that looks pretty good. We can keep that, right? We can keep that one. And we can keep that. So now she's got some leaves on here to restore herself. Get some good sun. Now she's got 2, 3 off of here. 1 here. Let's clean this dirty piece here. That way she's one of the most beautiful trees out here in the field, and all the others can see how much care and attention we give our babies. She'll come out this way a little bit more. She's got a couple of nice big ones here. We'll keep those on. Just giving them space. They've got to have space. That's it. She's ready to go. See, now we can get inside of her fairly easy. All right. Peace and love from one of our Your Moringa member locations out here in Tampa, Florida. Thanks, Miss Moringa. She's going to do great. Thanks a lot for watching, subscribing, and surfing with us, learning with us. We have a Facebook group. You can watch us on Facebook. Ask any questions on our Facebook group, Grow Moringa Collective Facebook group. And if you'd like to get 24/7 support from me and the other members, come on in, sign up at growmoringa.com and join the conversation. That way you can really learn how to get yourself up and running, prosperous, growing. See you there. Peace.